him a... Fuck. Trying to get where that gunner is flanking me. Okay, I suppose after, you know, beating her dad to death to test the bash, the least I can do is save her from getting taken out by gunners. Let's reload this up. Okay. The irradiated water's good for fiends too.
Well, hello there.
Plus, I have it so, you know, kids don't get killed. I go for full immersion, but there's no need to have kids get murked. So I dropped one gunner, I believe. I'm looking for bodies right now. I believe I dropped one gunner on the other side of that ridge. Nothing else down here. And two raiders here on this corner area, I thought. Nothing worth taking. The army helmet might be useful, but I'm trying to keep my charisma at a decent level. And I think if I'm shot in the head, I'm screwed anyway, so... Try and move slowly up here. I'm gonna go to this pillbox area probably and maybe get a little sleep. Dump Codsworth if I can. I keep trying to get rid of him.
Heads up.
Sir, can I help you, sir?
It's time for us to part ways.
Right then, sir. You know where I'll be should you require anything.
I just don't want him to be illuminating me with his lights. gonna try and pop over to that area and grab that stuff that those gunners had that I dropped on the overpass. All right.
I'm through.
Beautiful. My zoom settings are, I have it set 4 and 6 times variable on these binoculars. Let's see if I can hit him from here. Okay, so the tracer around and everything, you can see time to target. So, I mean, that's pretty daggone accurate for field work. Go up here so I can get a little bit of a angle on this guy. Drop him for the meat and for the experience. Okay, so time to target's gonna put me behind. Need to lead a little bit more. That's too far for this rifle, I think. So you can see where it's just a little off. At that really long distance. So let's go with 50. Let's see what difference that'll make. Make sure I got clear line of sight. Deal do. What in the hell happened up here? Random spawns in a controlled area. That should be Raider controlled, but I don't know what in the hell happened to cause that level of explosion. Alright, let's see how much damage this turret can take on a 50. Just one, that's perfect. 50 is absolutely perfect. Perfect balance. Well done. Alright, I'm going to travel with night vision on because I'm a little nervous. Last time I died in this area by hitting a landmine that was under the bridge. And I have no idea what caused that ridiculous explosion over here. But we will go back, double back, and grab the meat and kind of check that area. I'm checking for traps.
Glad you can make it out here today.
You said something there.
The
No
fuck?
doubt about it. You're in the groove now. No doubt about it.
I don't know if they're good or bad. I try to play a super moral character. The only reason I bash Charlie is to check how better locational damage does stab and break.
Keep thinking it's about time to pack it in. And then I think, why?
Right on, brother.
Uh-huh.
They could be settlers, scabbers, maybe. Question is, are they armed? They don't look armed. I don't know, I'd rather not risk it today.
Whoa! You win!
What the? Hey, get up! Get up!
Alright. Ouch. Okay, my armor's stopped it, so good so far. Ugh! Okay, I saw that body down there. It's a gunner body. Alright, that'll do. I wouldn't call that a flawless exchange, but definitely an interesting one. A whole lot of spawned in. They use some divisory tactics. And I'll go ahead and level up here. Okay, bottle caps. I always think the Balcavas are kind of cool. A little on the heavy side, 2 pounds for a Balcava, just to think about that. Should be maybe like half a pound, I think. I'm not super wild about the way that VIS-G does its separations when it comes to valuables, because it kind of like takes it out in your menu, so you're actually holding it.
Hey, move here.
And the only way to get rid of it's actually to drop
Heads
it or
up.
to sell it. And I kind of like being able to pass things off a little bit more. Let's take this. And we'll be going with 7.62 for a little bit. I still forget that my ammo is in a different place. Carry about 195 rounds, and we'll drop about 200 of these. Okay. Let's set up the AKM and use that now. the scrap and weapons applied to these guys are very, very balanced. So they were scavengers. I probably shouldn't have shot them, but I died over here last time, and I'm just not interested in going through that again. I am not going to shoot this guy. See if thermal will show me anything that I might be missing. Definitely taking this. I might have to up the find rates of stuff in duffel bags, because I really like to find... duffel bags are pretty rare, and it's always a shame to find them empty, so... When the loot spawn in rates on them, and usually duffel bags are guarded. Okay, so I've already gotten this guy. Okay. I'm going to be sticking, of course, with ballistic weapons. Go ahead and level up. And now the rubber meets the road. It can be quick hands, which is really, really good for the shotgun. I mean, for pretty much anything. I already took Sniper 1. I need to get to Chemist. So Intelligence is probably what I'm going to take. I need to take Sneak also. So let me go ahead and take Sneak first. And I think as much as I'd like to, it's not worth backtracking all the way back to this point here for a little bit of ragstag meat and whatever's on that raider. Don't want if it's not automatic. Okay. Now the smart thing to do would be able to go up on that overpass and look down, but I kind of want to see what this guy over here is all about. Because he does not appear to be hostile. And we'll just approach nice and slow. I'm gonna keep my eye out for landmines and such. Scanning the horizon. And I generally like to have any conversation. Okay, it sounds like the radio. With a shotgun in my hands.
Here's Big Maybell with a whole lot of shaking going on. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Speaks for itself. Come on, play.
Hey there.
I buy and sell. Just put up everything you've got and let's see if we can make a deal.
Alright, let's make a deal.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Okay. Nothing, no weapons worth buying. Too expensive to purchase any of this stuff. I got plasma. Do I have any pulse? Yeah, I got 6 pulse, so. Yeah, I'm alright. And I'll just sell that little crappy pistol for now. Trying to keep my cash kind of maxed out as best as possible. Crazy cat. Oh, dude. I'm not interested really in stealing from the guy. I just kind of want to see what he has. And now I'm going to go up to the overpass. And we're going to get as far to Diamond City as we can. I could head back to the pillbox and take a nap, but I'm not going to waste any time if possible. Hopefully dog meat doesn't fall off. Okay, that sounded like contact. Looks like a bunch of dogs in the road. It's probably the trader. Yeah, he's just out for a stroll. Uh-oh. Gunners are going to be on patrol. Got to make sure that you get the first shot on them. I think from here we can hit a few dogs. Let's mark them. Oh, there were plenty of rags tag. So let's grab a little something to eat. And go after this one first. And we'll head down there and collect the spoils. That might be a trick to say, well, you know, I'll go that way to keep you off of the overpass. We'll have a little caffeine to keep them going for now. Nuka-Cola grape is the best in my opinion because it caffeinates and it takes a little radiation away. I'm gonna drop that thing with 150 round if possible. Let's go to thermal and just see if anything pops up. You know, once I get my optics, I end up being able to do a little bit more with a little bit less. Optics is huge, huge. Alright, that should be out of range. Perfect. And 2 308 rounds to take that out is about, seems to me to be about right. Now, if I remember correctly, we had a couple of targets down here. It's like dogs feeding on a corpse. See if it's within range. Okay, I'm shooting at the back of one dog here. So you gotta lead it just a little bit over that distance. Now there's one more, but Pack Attack might have broken how they are traveling. Yep. Now, I'm not quite sure what that is from this distance. Let's see if I can get a better look. Just a dead dog. Okay. Kind of keeping my eye out for landmines or booby traps. Looks like it's about to be daybreak. I'm guessing it's probably 4:30 in the morning. Let's take a look. Almost 5. Now, cooking oil is a very, very nice piece of scrap, so I'm going to take that. Especially since I've got a motorcycle that needs fuel, and cooking oil is lightweight and has quite a bit of oil in it. That you can use for shadowed leather, tune receivers. Oil's got Molotovs, it's got quite few different uses. Okay. Make sure you're not the only one before I start shooting. We got one and a turret. So, let's shoot from behind this bus. I can straddle it for cover. Okay. So, looks to be business. It's 1. Let's try 2. Perfect. So I'm liking 308 about where it is for this rifle with this barrel. Everything's working beautifully in the 50s. So the ballistics test has passed with flying colors for these 2 bolt-action weapons. So just trying to decide if it's worth maybe continuing along this overpass. It doesn't look like it to me. The only benefit I can see is maybe getting a little bit of position on creatures or like that. Like that. Alright, who's shooting that man? Why? Fucking sense. That's really bad. Alright, hopefully the synth did not detect me. Because that's a very bad thing. I'm going to use 50 caliber to take those things out. We'll rely on grape soda for a minute. And possibly even take some drugs. And think about this real quick. We'll hold off on drugs. See what kind of stats we got going on. I'll go ahead and sleep, so no sense in taking any more stat boosters. We'll just have enough to fill me up and get me caffeinated before this battle. And switch to the 50 cal. And see if I can mark targets first. Damn it, they're all over me. Alright, I've got too many spawning in at this point, so I'm gonna have to reduce the time to spawn. So let me do that real quick. Let's see. That's going to be in pack attack. And I'm going to turn that on. I'm going to leave it off because I think it prevented important NPC. I forget what the command is to keep important non-player characters from being killed. Because I don't want, people like Trudy just to bite it. Okay, modifiers, extra spawns. So it's enabled. Raiding parties. We're going to do an interval of 6 hours. Make sure that this is the mod that's responsible for it, because I've got the other, when you have the game configuration menu on it too, the random encounter chance. So we'll just see if that's gonna change it. And just because what I want it to do is I want it to spawn from pack attack. And not from my game configuration menu. Okay, so let's just see how that works. And if it stops spawning altogether, then I'll make some adjustments. But I can't really have it so, you know, just unsolicited spawns are knocking me out like that when I'm trying to deal with something like synths or something in front of me like that. Alright, let's deal with this with that, because they are deadly accurate, very fast, hyper aggressive. Even at this range, they can be very dangerous. And that might be an understatement. Shooting them in the head doesn't really matter. Okay, so 50 is functional against synths. You can see clearly ballistics are not as effective against synths, and of course, you know, the way that their anatomy is, they can keep coming even if you shoot them in the head, so. Okay. $50 is definitely proving to be definitely worth carrying. Alright, let's go ahead and get my 7 hours of sleep. Let's see. Actually, I'll do 24 so we can travel at daylight. We'll make sure we get up at 4 o'clock the following day. And that way I can get the max out of my food and stack bonuses when I eat for breakfast. We're going to have the Mirelurk soup. We're going to have the squirrel stew. And the tasty stag. Okay. Check, make sure my stats look good. Yes, they do. And we're going to go down and take those bodies. If I were being a little bit more cautious, I would hear gunfire. Somebody's partying, and they did invite me. Stab on that little girl. Ridiculous. Ash and Charlie was worth it just to use her for bait. know that sounds fucked up, but this is agony, man. You gotta use every advantage
alive.
that you can. Hold up there, Buster. I want my M16 back. I like thermal too because it helps me locate the bodies, which should be thought right around in this area right here. Let's see, a shot from there. She must have moved. My orientation's off. I'm only going to carry one irradiated water. And you really only need to carry one shine, but I've got one that I'm carrying. And one that dog meat has. And what that does is it gives you that +3 to strength. Because you always got to kind of think about cost-benefit analysis about what's your weight. And what's the benefit? So it's basically to say that the +3 strength that I'm going to get is well worth the 3 pounds that it takes for me to carry it. So if I get very close to the upper end of my carry limit, I'll just drink that shine. And it'll put me in a position where I can get to a settlement or something. Maybe if I have to drink it while I'm in combat because I just picked up a very good thing and I'm running along or something of that nature. Now, I do not like the idea of being in the middle of this road to grab this meat, but we're gonna do it anyway. Still early enough in the morning to maybe get in and get out. Okay, I'm gonna head back towards that encampment and loot that gunner I was able to shoot in the face. Should have cut that radio off while I was over here. So the gunner should be right around in this area here. Now you'll notice when I first hit him, it kind of bounced off his helmet, which is okay, but I'd like to see 308 punch through that a little bit more, but you know, it's kind of the cool part about it. I can definitely see a
Nice.
308 bouncing off a combat helmet on very, very rare occasions, but I would think that it would penetrate for the most part. Okay, something's got to go. I'm gonna have to drop ammo.
Look alive.
carrying way too much shine. Too much booze. I mean, too much 7.62. Look how heavy this stuff is. You gotta be very mindful of that. Let's do 55 rounds. I can do with 140 and 153. I don't need much 44. Maybe one handgun's worth. Okay. Probably could have sold to this guy, but I don't want to deal with that. Let's go over and make sure we can get what those synths had. One of these cat graves, I guess. Kind of scan the horizon a little bit. I'm trying to take it nice and slow since there's a lot of shadows early in the morning here. And I dropped these synths, I believe, right on around this rocky outcropping. Okay. We got the bodies. Let's just... Oh, there's something... Oh yeah, let's not fuck with that. That would be a super mutant behemoth, and I have no idea how much damage they can take or what would put them down because, frankly, without a mini nuke or some kind of remote nuke, I'm not even gonna friggin' hazard it. I'd have to have bottle cap mines, I'd have to set up a minefield. There's a lot of preparation that would have to go into dealing with that. Unfortunately, because I'm not going to deal with that, I know that I'm in territory that can spawn super mutants, so... Take a look and see what my chest piece weighs. 15.5 versus 17. Not worth it. Taking the components just because they're worth a lot of cash. Okay. All right, we're ending up kind of circling back toward Walden Pond, which is fine. I'll come down here and investigate today. Maybe get in a couple of stealth kills now that I just picked up sneak. I'm gonna have a look around. Okay, everything's looking nice and clear. I don't even see any targets of opportunity. Okay, everything looks nice. Now, the only thing I really missed was going up onto the overpass to raid the gunners on the opposite side where I took that turret out and shot this two in the head, so it's not worth, in my opinion, it's just not worth going all that distance. Yeah, I'm gonna have to up the spawn rates of stuff that comes in double bags. It's just so disappointing to find this empty.
Here. Stay there, boy.
I'm gonna go in this building and check it for traps. Just a preliminary look anyway. I don't like to go in with dog meat unless I clear an area first. Take these bottles since we're so close to a water source anyway. See, there's a bomb right there.
Yo. Hold.
Take a little care while I'm in here. So we don't get blown up. There's another bomb. If you're reading this, you're an idiot. Locking the door, use the entrance in the sewer, no problem. Alright. Now I'm stupid nervous right now because I haven't saved in a while, and I'm not going to because that's part of the fun. To know you're in really, really, really deep shit if you fuck anything up at all. I don't know what would cause those explosives to detonate anyway. I don't see triggering mechanisms. Like, the last thing that I would really want is to be ambushed while I'm in this building searching for bombs. So I know I can circle back around toward where dog meat is, but... I can only guess that that's all of them. I hope it is. Okay, I'm fairly confident that it's clear. Let's see what we got in here.
Sweet. Moving out.
Kind of get out of that fatal funnel doorway area, and we'll come over here and take a look-see. I'm just kind of scanning for movement real quick. I don't see any. I'm going to head down to the water line. And then kind of take that path around. Oh, we got a little something over here. Some old dogs. Got 3. I'm gonna shoot the white one first. Okay, I'm getting a little bit more used to handling this Macmillan. Alright, let's go down and collect the spoils. Irradiated blood is perfect for a glowing blood pack, which is 75% resistance, or plus 75 to rad resistance, which is the way to go when you have to deal with high intensity radiation fields. Okay, this is looking like a Mirelurk trap zone. And if you're going to deal with Mirelurks, you don't want to be standing in an area where they can pop out. You want to be on top of stone or ridges or something they have to climb because they're faster than you are. And they'll take that claw and rip your arm right off. It'll basically eviscerate you with one blow. And then when you're crippled, you're staggered, you're just not going to get away. And if there's 2 or 3 of them, you're as good as gone. I do want those eggs, however. So... let me think about this for a second. I think I'm just going to approach it and make them pop out. Let's see if my thermal will give me maybe an indication if any of them below the ground. No, not during the day. Looks like targets on top of the bridge. Those guys are easy pickings. If you're going to use vehicles as cover, make sure that they're not going to explode on you. Alright, let's see what we can do here. I'm just going to let him run around. Because I think I'm outside his detection range. He's going to try and run across here, huh? Oh, they're all going to try and run across. I need some practice hitting moving targets. Alright, thanks guys, thanks for the practice. Thank you for the early morning practice. I mean, if you're trying to charge a sniper, not clever. I would think about that a little bit for PA-NPC, about whether or not they're just going to charge you all the time if they can't detect you, or they're going to take cover. I would say that was a hyper-aggressive maneuver by those raiders. Alright, I'm gonna go up to the bridge. Let's go ahead and level. And quick hands, or take my next stop. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and take this sneak now, and that way next level I won't have to worry about mines anymore. I can move even faster. Okay, it's Sunshine Tidings. So I've definitely gone in a different direction that I didn't intend to. Oh! Shit, that's just dog meat. I thought that was getting charged by an animal. Okay. So I will end up going to Sunshine Tidings, because that's got a magazine that I think is very, very useful. It's a doubles the meat that you find from killing game in the wild. And food is a cash cow, number one, and number two, it is always, if worse comes to worse, or whatever, you can eat it. I like money that actually you can eat. Alright. I think we're gonna have the Salisbury steak. And I'm gonna check my stats. Okay. Alright, well, we're right about an hour, and I'm not gonna make a stream go on too much longer than that. It's been Hank. I'll catch you guys next episode.